Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to go ahead and make some extra videos because I had a former student that needed my help, so I wanted to share some of these problems with you. These, again, are things that you need to learn as well. So we're going to solve quadratics, right, using factoring, because we've been focusing a lot on factoring lately, right? So here's a couple of problems. I'm going to do two problems. Here we go. So here's problem 12 from his worksheet. Now, I have it at the bottom of the screen here, guys, only because I want to not confuse you with his work. Okay? But notice that we already have it in standard form, correct? Follow the blue here. It's already equal to 0. So I could actually solve this with a quadratic formula. Let me repeat that. I could actually solve this with a quadratic formula. But we're going to do it with factoring. Okay? So I'm going to come up to the top of the screen over here now. And the way I taught you to factor is I look at this 9x squared, the 30x and 25, and the first thing I do is ask, is there a GCF? In this case, the answer is no. You see, the 25 right there is 5 times 5, and 5 doesn't go into 9. Okay? So hopefully you understand that so far. So let me clean up what I got here, and let's get right to business. So the first thing I'm going to do this time, guys, is factor that. So I'm going to start out by just doing 3x times 3x. Again, if this doesn't work, I'm going to do 9x times 1x. And I know 25 is 5 times 5 normally, right? And again, this is supposed to equal 0 when we're done. So let's see if this works. I notice right here, 5 times 3 is, of course, 15x. And 5 times 3 there is also 15x. Hey, can I get that 30x, that middle term 30x in the middle? Yeah, 15 plus 15 is 30, right? 15 plus 15, 30. So if I just do a plus here, I'll get a plus 15. A plus there, I'll get a plus 15 again. So does everybody realize that this, in red, is a factor form of my original problem? So now what? Well, if 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5 equals 0, doesn't that mean 3x plus 5 also equals 0? And I can solve that. I'm just going to go ahead and minus 5 both sides. So 3x, you see, equals negative 5. And then once I divide by 3 both sides, I know x is negative 5/3. And since this expression is the same expression, I only have one solution here. I have what we call a double root, okay? But I'm getting too technical here. The idea is negative 5/3 for x will give me a 0. And I just solved this problem using factoring. Okay, so hopefully the next problem will give us a little more unique result here. So pause the video again if you need more time on this one. So one more problem, guys, I want you to look at. So notice this time, guys, look at the bottom of the screen here. This time, the first thing, hopefully you realize, it's not equal to 0, right? So you could see sort of what he did there. I'm going to actually add 24 to both sides. I hope you understand. So I'm going to get 2x squared plus 19x plus 24 equal to 0. Again, what I did, like he was doing, I did plus 24 both sides, right? And so here's my resulting expression. Sorry for the bill there. So continuing on, I know I'm going to do 2x times x, right? Because that's going to give me this 2x squared. And let me repeat again. We could have solved this using quadratic formula. Just want to emphasize that. But let's continue with the factoring. 24 is interesting because 24 is usually 3 times 8 or 4 times 6. Okay, 3 times 8 and 4 times 6, right? There's other ways to factor, but generally let's stick with those. One of those should work. So again, I'm kind of doing it in my head right now, guys. But here's what I noticed. If we try 3 times 8, I believe we're going to get our solution. Let's see here. Isn't 3 times x 3x? Isn't 8 times 2 16x? And I can get this 19 if I plus them, right? So I just need a plus 3 there, a plus 8 there. And so what I'm circling in blue right here, guys, is the factored form of my original problem. And now I'm going to solve it using what we call the zero property. And so everyone agreed 2x plus 3 can equal 0, and that will make it equal 0. So solving, I'm just going to go ahead and minus 3 both sides. Minus 3 both sides. So 2x equals negative 3. And once I divide by 2 both sides, I know x, therefore, is negative 3/2. So there's one solution. The other solution, I hope you realize, is real easy. See the x plus 8 right there? Maybe I'll change colors here to gold. So guys, see the x plus 8 there? That also can equal 0, correct? So if x plus 8 equals 0, doesn't that just simply mean x is negative 8? So I have two solutions right here, guys. X could be negative 8, or x could also be negative 3/2. So guys, hopefully this made sense. Hopefully you understand that once I factor it, I can very easily solve for 0 and find my roots. So until next time, bye.